Hey there, I'm Brittany Schroeder, and business and marketing are my jam. I'm here to walk you step by step through this crazy thing we call business. I'm a small town girl, chocolate eating, Diet Coke drinking mom, marketing guru, automation Jedi, and all around good time. This is your weekly dose of all things business and life, sprinkled with some fun. This is the Redefine Business Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Redefine Business Podcast. This is the second podcast in my life coach series where I am teaching you concepts of life coaching that I learned when I got certified as a life coach and just showing you how they have helped me in my business and in my life. I've talked about this before, that life coaching was such a huge game changer for me. And it was one of those things I didn't realize that I didn't have till I learned about it. So let's dive in and get to it. This principle that I'm teaching today is the foundation of life coaching and the way that your thoughts, the way that you view everything. And this particular principle has probably been the biggest thing for me as far as change in my life. And it's just been, I can't even express how much it's changed my life in such a good way. So with that, I hype everything up. Let's get into it. I'm going to be teaching the concept called the model today. And would you believe me if I told you that you're going to gain confidence and it will transform your life? You'll become the person you are meant to be. You'll thrive in your relationships and in your life. I hope you believe this, because the power of our thoughts is what will make or break us. If you're telling yourself that you are not good enough, you won't be. But if you believe you deserve happiness and success, and you envision happiness and success, and let yourself feel what it would be like when you have happiness and success, then you'll have it. There is the law of attraction in life, and I really believe in this. The things you focus on, talk about, think about, or believe, they will happen. Have you ever noticed how successful people keep having more success? Or sad and grumpy people, they only see sad and grumpy things in life, and they keep experiencing them. What we put our energy into is what you will get. I think of, there's a story, and this is kind of more of a visual way of understanding law of attraction. But I think of, I purchased a new car a few months ago. And I was researching and I was looking at cars. I wanted something a little smaller. Once I decided what I wanted to get, and I wasn't even familiar with this car. But once I found the car that I wanted, I noticed it everywhere. And now I notice it. And so that is the law of attraction. It's because I was thinking about it. I was researching. I was looking at it. And then it appears. And that is the same in our life. When we want something and we put our energy into it and we think about it, opportunities come and we notice things and it comes to us. But we have to think about it. We have to start with our thoughts. So this is powerful stuff, and rarely do people focus enough on this aspect of success. And that's why it's one of the first things that I want to teach you. I want you to have this tool before we go any further. So I'm going to teach you the model, and this will help you so much in your life. The model will help you recognize, identify, and navigate through your thoughts. This is something like everything you have to practice over and over throughout your life. I think of when I learned the concept, I was in my early 40s, and I had formed this belief system and the way that I think about stuff, and it had taken me 40 years, to get those beliefs and those habits. So when I started to change the way that I think, it took me a lot of time and a lot of practice, and I'm still not perfect at it. But the reason that I tell you that is be patient, because I'm going to teach this to you and it gives you the awareness, but to actually practice and actively do it, it's just another story. So be patient with yourself. But once you truly understand the process, you're going to feel empowerment and confidence, and it's a game changer. So the 5 components of the model are circumstances or facts, thoughts, feelings, actions, and results. Those are the 5 right there. So let's talk with circumstances or facts. The first step in the model is the circumstance. When we have life experiences and then we try to relate that experience, the facts are intertwined with our own perspective. And I talked about this in my last podcast, but think of a story from your childhood. If you were to relate a story that happened years ago and your sister were to relate the same story, your stories would be completely different. And that's okay. We all see and perceive things in a different way. Circumstances are things that are outside of our control, and these include other people and our past. We can't control other people, and we can't change our past. We can't control our circumstances, but we can control everything else. Circumstances are things that can be proven in a court of law, and that's why I say circumstances and facts are kind of similar. They are things that other people would all agree are factual, like they're factual, right? So that is circumstance. Okay, the next one is thoughts. We give meaning to things in our life through thoughts. Sometimes we recognize these thoughts, but most time it's just our reality. So an example might be, I'm not good enough, or people don't like me. These are our thoughts that bring us down and they don't serve us. The cause of any issue is always our thinking and our thoughts. It's not the circumstances, but more so our thoughts about it. The way we think determines how we react to any situation. Being able to recognize your thoughts is an amazing tool that will empower you in your lives. Recognizing the difference between our thoughts and the circumstances will be the most valuable tool that you will learn. Remember that circumstances are factual and they can be proven. For example, I can say, oh, I weigh 125 pounds. That's a circumstance, right? I could also say, I'm fat. Is that a thought? Because some people might not think that 125 pounds is fat, right? So that is the thought that I can put to it, right? Let's go on to the next one in the model. So we have circumstances and thoughts. The next one is feelings. Feelings are directly related to our thoughts. We can feel overwhelmed, frustrated, rejected, disappointed, or excited. Emotions are voluntary because we can change what we are feeling by changing our thoughts. Sometimes we think our feelings come from something that happens. Maybe a friend didn't check on you when you were struggling. That's the circumstance, right? And then you're feeling sad. That's the feeling. Or we might say, hey, I got this amazing opportunity to be featured in a magazine. That's the circumstance. You're happy. That's the feeling, right? The truth is, our feelings don't come from either of those circumstances, but instead they come from what we think about them. When a friend doesn't check on you, when you're having a hard time, you might have the thoughts, maybe they don't really care about me, I'm not good enough, they think I'm annoying. Those would be the thoughts that make you sad, not that they didn't check on you, right? So that is feelings. So we have circumstance, thoughts, feelings. The next one is actions. Actions refer to behavior, reaction, or inaction, and they're directly related to our feelings. So an example might be you're avoiding your friends because you're sad, or you're not attending events because you think you don't look good. If we want different actions, we have to think differently. Sometimes actions are subtle, like it might be the tone in your voice, or it might be an inaction, such as you're avoiding maybe going to an event or trying something new. Sometimes we hide our emotions because we don't want to feel uncomfortable. But in the end, the most effective actions come from positive feelings and being authentic. When we recognize our thoughts and we take action, we can change our behaviors and create amazing relationships and have positive results. So that is actions, right? So we have, let's go back again, circumstance, we have thoughts, feelings, actions. Okay, the last one is results. Results are the effects of our actions. So an example might be not meeting new people because you withdraw or you isolate yourself, right? That's the result. You're not meeting new people. Maybe you have an unhealthy or dysfunctional relationship because you're avoiding interactions or having conversations. We have a choice, and different actions will lead us to different results. So, they're all linked. If we want a different result, we have to change the way we think. We may think we don't have a choice with our results, and that's not true. The truth is we are responsible for our results because they come from our actions and are a result of our feelings, which come from our thoughts. If you can see your mind, you can gain the most valuable life skill of choosing thoughts that create the results that you want. Remember, as we're learning this, remember to always be in a place of compassion and kindness and love for yourself to change. We're not perfect. And like every skill you decide to improve, you have to practice and understand and always be in a state of learning. And even as we're learning these concepts, the first stage is just awareness. So you might not get the results you want right now, but you're aware of why. And that's what's most important is that's the first step, is awareness. Recognizing and mastering your thoughts requires a lot of practice, and it's hard to not revert back. But with time, you'll find peace and confidence for anything in your life once you learn this concept. So this is the model. I'll review it one last time. So it's circumstances, thoughts, feelings, actions, results. All right, listen to this, think about it, start noticing. I promise you this will be a game changer. That is what I have for you today. I will see you on the next episode.
Let's not stop the party here. Head on over to my Instagram or Facebook group, Redefine Your Business, and let me know your thoughts about today's show. I will see you again, same time, same place, next week.